feet up, or are you just?
Your company would you're going to be on an 11. Just got on the phone with an NYPD source who tells me that this was not.
She's doing a live show.
Don't blame it on me.
Breaking news. Texas is in traffic. Here. This United insurance come down.
Yeah, so what we know is that this all happened at 6:40 this morning. The UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson is on his way to a conference at the Hilton Midtown West Philly near a road located near 6th Avenue. I'm stepping out of the way so you can see that the investigation is still active behind me. As I am talking, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about information we just received. It was an 8 o'clock conference starting right now. Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, was gunned down at close range. He was only to arrive at the conference early. He was here hours before the suspect also went to his home, which door Thompson would enter. So here's a picture of Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare. Please say he was shot in the chest outside of the Midtown and taken from outside, I guess, with the gun. Resources say Thompson was in the city today.
Copy. I'm gonna just, you know, like when I'm saying show and tell, I'm gonna just kind of start on camera and then kind of move off to show it, and then probably there's the other REM that I emailed you guys too. That's hot right now. The 86, yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I'll just think on, yeah. And I don't know if you're gonna like cover me or if I should pretend I'm on it, you know, because sometimes I look down, but I can be prepared to not look down if you want to.
Now, we also have found out that the suspect ran north through the mid-block to the alleyway and then posted on a bicycle and pedaling away. Police are continuing to canvass the area. Of course, the same in the video. That they feel
In my pepper spray, because you don't do a good pan.
right now, this here we have the police investigating, and then also this police will have a conference at 1:30 at 11:30. We'll likely find out more. We're live here in Midtown. We'll set one there. So he said he would say he was there. We'll hear you.
But we don't know if it was at that. Or
I'll bring snacks tomorrow. No? Is your food good?
Yeah, go for McAdams too.
That was cool.
Tell me when you have a
She
second.
saves the good stuff for her
Hello?
Friday.
McAdams on the bridge. Someone wants to speak.
Do they need that here?
Look it up.
Yeah, see, we need the surveillance photos. How do we get that?
Take some doing. So,
All the way. It's also covered.
take some doing. It's Bailey's, whiskey, and something else. Take some doing. We messed up.
Yes, go for McAdams. Hello?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hi, Harris. So we are going to hear from the NYPD in about a half hour or so. As for what details we're going to be able to share, it might be a little murky, but this is what I can tell you. Breaking down what happened here outside in Midtown Manhattan, just earlier this morning. Okay, we're talking about an American CEO walking near the Hilton Hotel behind me when a masked gunman who was also wearing gloves, I'm told, had rolled up on a bicycle. Okay, gets off, sees the CEO, shoots him not once, but twice, once right in the chest. I'm going to move out of the way so you can kind of see what's going on. We've got two different cameras down here. The officers have kind of come and going and run into some NYPD crime scene units and some vehicles to try and see exactly what they have. Just a short time ago, the New York Post putting out exclusive surveillance photos from outside the Midtown Hotel where this UnitedHealthcare CEO was killed. It kind of shows the man leaning on the bicycle. So we're working to get more information on those new surveillance clips, which are going to be key in this investigation. We're talking about
We have a photo just from the
UnitedHealthcare CEO. He said, all right, 6:45 this morning, heading out.
Responded to our shots fired
Area where NYPD a run-of-the-mill meeting, kind of update on what was going on here with UnitedHealthcare, and he ends up getting shot and killed in Midtown. Putting this together, as you know, Harris, we walk around here all the time, right near Fox headquarters. This is probably the busiest time, right, to be in New York City right around holidays. We got that Rockefeller tree lighting in just a matter of hours. There's going to be millions of people all across the Big Apple. So the police want everybody to know at this point, yeah, there is a manhunt underway, but they believe this was a targeted incident. I'm told by some sources they believe this was a hit job on the CEO. So they're working to get this guy behind bars and question him at least at this point as this all continues. But they don't want people who are in New York City or watching who might be coming to visit to think that there is a killer on the loose with random motives. So we'll see what happens here in about a half hour with that press conference. Harris.
Is the largest private health insurer in the country is hosting its Investor Day here at the Hilton. It's supposed to start at 8 o'clock this morning with Citizens Bank, but it's canceled. All that stuff's been some Ziegfeld Alley. Also, we've got a private dinner as well. I'm seeing her in all black, including a black gift.
Hey, I didn't know you were trying to
Updating news on updating this is
So top of the 12 channel, and then right afterwards.
You're at the one. I'm telling you. I hate that off of here.
Steps here. It's a lot.
I'll call back.
Yeah, she's talking about you today. Yeah, we'll absolutely do it. That's what we meant to say.
Hey, Neil, start her up.
have the other one? Right here, right? Up. Your height? Your height? Read it off. Here. She has something here?
Yeah.
They always complain about the height.
The height.
Sure. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
The line's gotten a little bit better. It's still there. Hold on, let me check right now. could check it out. I just. Hey, what LS shows?
What's the word?
I rolled over at 7 o'clock. And I saw CNN on this. I'm like, I didn't see what to say. Hey, you only call your shit like that? You only call your shit like that? You need 6:45. Yes. So like, then after I got there, it's like, CEO.
I miss Moses. I miss Moses. Moses is a good man.
Barry Williams is here, so we'll just get it. I just texted. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check to make sure it went through. Yeah, it went through on my end. All right, bye. No, but I will. Sure. So I figured it's probably not going to be anything till after lunch.
So they had a note for you to review also. That note was 40 minutes ago.
Oh, really? I don't think you're getting any.
Well, that's what he's saying from that. You're looking at the video. You're going back to square one. I like it. Hey, how you doing? Hey, anyway.
Oh my God.
Gregor.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
So you told Jeff that if he could give us a heads up, that would be fantastic?
No, not yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a good point.
The guy was locking up the restaurant. Get a little video of that. It was pretty happy. Yeah. That's up on the web.
Right, exactly. I mean, you gotta ask. That should not like the first question.
I told her that I had done some work. I don't know what you'd call it. Just started working.
I don't get how. No, they.
Oh, that doesn't help. I was with her on Marathon Sunday. And I just happened to say, you know, it's like a, because we're talking about all the negative. We did the.
Could happen down the line. It depends.
What brand is that?
Like my friend's holding one for 35.
Yes, hi. I got the first one. I got the other picture again. trying to send you a picture of the site. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I have the one of but I don't have the one of tomorrow. Yeah. You want to try it again? Just what you said. You know, you click on the picture and then you hit the text symbol and then you type in the number you hit send. Okay, but the brokerage can't do so maybe you just click on the page, maybe it's something like that. Guys, heads up. Just the one, actually, I want to not to the press conference. Like, what do you think?
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. In Midtown Manhattan early this morning, 50-year-old Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, was shot and killed in what appears, at this early stage of our investigation, to be a brazen, targeted attack. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. The victim was in New York City to speak at an investor conference. It appears the suspect was lying in wait for several minutes. And as the victim was walking to the conference hotel, the suspect approached from behind and fired several rounds, striking the victim at least once in the back and at least once in the right calf. Many people passed the suspect, but he appeared to wait for his intended target. The suspect fled, first on foot, then on an e-bike, and was last seen in Central Park on Center Drive early this morning. The victim was removed to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced. We've been in touch with his family, his friends, and his colleagues, and they are very much in our thoughts and prayers at this hour. The full investigative efforts of the New York City Police Department are well underway, and we will not rest until we identify and apprehend the shooter in this case. The women and men of the NYPD take enormous pride in the work that they do each day and each night to drive down crime and violence in our city. Right now, we are asking the public for your help. If you have any information about this case, call Crime Stoppers at 800-577-TIPS. We have increased the reward in this case to $10,000. I want to be clear. At this time, every indication is that this was a premeditated, pre-planned, targeted attack. Millions of people will be enjoying the tree lighting tonight, among other holiday events, and the NYPD will be out there with them, keeping them safe. For some preliminary details about today's tragic incident, I pass it over to our Chief of Detectives, Chief Joe Kenny.
Thank you, Commissioner. The information I'm about to give you is preliminary, as our investigation is continuing. This morning at 6:46 a.m., patrol officers from Midtown North Precinct responded to a 911 call of a person shot in front of the Hilton Hotel located at 1335 Avenue of the Americas. This is between West 53rd Street and West 54th Street. At 6:48 a.m., officers arrive and find the victim, Brian R. Thompson, a 50-year-old male, on the sidewalk in front of the Hilton with gunshot wounds to his back and leg. Mr. Thompson was removed by EMS to Roosevelt Hospital, where he was pronounced dead at 7:12 a.m. Mr. Thompson is the CEO of UnitedHealthcare and resides in Minnesota. Detectives from Night Watch, Midtown North Detective Squad, and Manhattan South Homicide responded to the scene and began their investigation. What we know is that the shooter arrived at the location on foot about 5 minutes prior to the victim's arrival. He stands alongside the building line as numerous other people and pedestrians pass him by. From video, we see at 6:44 a.m., the victim is walking alone towards the Hilton after exiting his hotel across the street. We believe the victim was headed to the Hilton Hotel to attend the United Health Group Investors Conference that was scheduled to start at 8 a.m. The shooter appears to be a light-skinned male. He's wearing a light brown or cream-colored jacket, a black face mask, black and white sneakers, and a very distinctive gray backpack. The shooter steps onto the sidewalk from behind the car. He ignores numerous other pedestrians, approaches the victim from behind, and shoots him in the back. The shooter then walks toward the victim and continues to shoot. It appears that the gun malfunctions as he clears the jam and begins to fire again. The shooter then flees on foot northbound into an alleyway between 54th Street and 55th Street. Once at West 55th Street, the shooter continues to walk westbound on Avenue of the Americas, where he gets onto an electric E-City bike and rides northbound on the Avenue of Americas towards Central Park, where at 6:48 a.m. we have the shooter riding this bike into Central Park at Center Drive. At the scene, we recover 3 live 9mm rounds and 3 discharged 9mm shell casings. The motive for this murder currently is unknown, but based on the evidence we have so far, it does appear that the victim was specifically targeted, but at this point we do not know why. This does not appear to be a random act of violence. We are seeking information from the public to help identify the shooter. As the Commissioner said, we have upped the reward up to $10,000 for information. You're urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-577-TIPS. All information will be kept anonymous. Thank you very much.
All right, well, we're going to open up to a couple of questions. We're going to start off with Shimon, CNN.
So it's about an hour and 20 minutes before the start of the conference. Is there any indication that he was going to meet someone? Because it's pretty early. Is he on his way to meet someone there at the conference?
He leaves the hotel dressed like he's going to be attending the conference. We're working with his co-workers and other people that he planned on attending the conference with to get that information. But as of right now, he's in charge of the conference, so we believe he was getting there to help set up.
And then just the city bike, if I may. Do we know where that city bike is now? Does he dock it, or does he keep riding it?
We're still tracking video. The last we see with him on that bike is in Central Park.
Is there a way to track that bike?
There are GPSs on those bikes. We'll be working with the company.
All right, we're going to move over. We're going to go NJ Burkett.
Thank you. Chief, were any words exchanged? If so, what were the words? And I'm told a cell phone was recovered in an alleyway on his escape route. Does that appear to be connected to the suspect?
We're working through that cell phone. Obviously, we'll be processing it forensically. And as far as words being exchanged, we do not have audio of the incident. We only have the regular video.
But nothing from witnesses?
Nothing. Well, there was one witness standing right next to the victim when he was shot. We're still trying to identify that victim. Excuse me, that witness.
We're going to go over to Aaron Katursky.
Thank you. Chief, was he checked into the hotel across the street alone? Was he in the city alone? Was he accompanied by anybody? Did he have any known enemies or anyone that you've been able to find so far?
Like I said, we're reaching out to law enforcement in Minnesota, and we're also interviewing his co-workers and family members to see if there have been any specific threats against him in the past. As far as who is he in the hotel with, we're doing a search warrant in his hotel room right now. That might lead us, give us some more information.
All right, we're going to go over to Dean Moses.
A couple of questions. One, based on the surveillance you've seen of this individual, do you feel like he's professional? You mentioned that he did the bullets spell. Do you feel like this was a professional individual who took this man's life? And also, will it affect in any way tree lighting tonight?
I'll answer the part about whether or not he's a professional. That we have no way of knowing that. From watching the video, it does seem that he's proficient in the use of firearms, as he was able to clear the malfunctions pretty quickly. But as far as the tree lighting, I'll leave that to Chief Madrick.
Yes. Good morning, Dean. Just really quick, this incident will not affect the tree lighting. The tree lighting is slated to start at 7 p.m. The show, the actual lighting of the tree, will be close to 10 o'clock, actually 9:55 p.m. We will have a massive police presence out there around Rockefeller Center from 52nd Street all the way down to 47th Street. We will have plainclothes out there, a plainclothes detail out there. We will have our CRC assets, our strategic response group assets. We will have our intel division out there. A lot of assets out there to make sure people can come out and have a good time. And we're going to have additional police officers in the subways as well, so people can take mass transit to make it easier to travel into the city and enjoy the tree. This is a terrible event, but we're going to go on, and people are going to enjoy the tree lighting tonight.
All right, we're going to move on to Marcia Kramer.
I wonder if you could tell me, the mayor said that there was evidence recovered at the scene that would indicate that this was not a random event. I wonder if you could tell me what that evidence was. And by looking at the gun, it appears that there's a silencer on the gun. Was there a silencer on the gun? And does this indicate not only that it was premeditated, but this is somebody who knew his way around guns and might have been a professional?
Once again, we won't know that until we complete our investigation and identify the shooter or recover that firearm. You know, you see a glimpse of the gun in video, so we're not able to make a determination on whether or not a silencer was used on that quick glimpse of video. We can't tell from that little glimpse of video. I'm not going to commit to saying that at this time. That would be part of our investigation. There's a cell phone recovered in the alleyway, and once again, we will process that forensically and see if it comes back to this shooting.
So you don't think that the cell phone was part of Brian Thompson's, was on Brian
Once again, this investigation is less than 5 hours old. That will be part of our investigation.
All right, we're going to move on to Joe Marino, New York Post.
Chief, do we know when Thompson arrived in New York City? My understanding is he was staying close by to the Hilton, but not at the Hilton. And has anything in the reverse video canvas indicated that these two individuals crossed paths at all?
As of right now, based on the current video that we do have, it doesn't appear that they crossed paths, and he arrived in New York on Monday.
All right, we're going to take 2 or 3 more. We're going to go Rocco, Daily News.
Chief, did he typically travel with a security detail? And even though it's early, is there anything to indicate that there had been issues with, let's say, a patient who was denied coverage, either back in Minnesota or more recently, you know, someone who lives here?
From speaking to other employees that traveled with him to New York, it doesn't seem that he had a security detail. He left the hotel by himself, was walking, didn't seem like he had any issues at all. So I don't think he did not have a security detail.
And as far as denied coverage, I know that's typically an issue with these major companies. Any reason to believe he had been the subject of a threat?
Once again, we're looking at everything. We're looking at his social media. We are interviewing employees. We are interviewing family members. We will be speaking to law enforcement in Minnesota.
We're going to do 2 more before we wrap up. Shayna?
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask if any cursory look at any social media, whether it's the company, whether it's his personal social media, his family's, is there anything obvious that sticks out at this early stage in the investigation?
We have not uncovered anything at this time. The investigation is still too early.
We're going to go last question over here with Jake.
How's it going? You know, with the suspect still at large, last seen in Central Park, are you urging New Yorkers to avoid the park? Is the NYPD deploying its drones? I know they recently started doing that in the park. And then also I was wondering, is there any indication when he gets this city bike that he's a city bike member? Like sometimes if you're not a member, you can pay to use it. I don't know if you're able to tell on surveillance.
The chief of detectives will answer the part about the city bike. But in terms of we're encouraging New Yorkers to go about their daily lives and their daily business, but to be alert. We put the picture out. You're putting the picture out. We want people to take a look. If they see anything suspicious, if they hear anything suspicious, we ask them to call 911, reach out to our detectives. With an incident like this, of course, we put a heavy deployment into Manhattan. We put additional resources out. We have the drones up. We have aviation out. We have K-9 out. When an incident like this happens, we don't spare any expense. We put all of our resources out there to support the chief of detectives' mission and to keep New Yorkers safe. So we will have a massive presence out there around the tree lighting, but throughout Manhattan as well until more information develops and we're able to support the chief of detectives and what he needs to make a quick arrest.
As far as where he got the city bike, we're still working that through. Like I said, we're pulling video from numerous locations, numerous sources, and we have him on our timeline walking, and what we're very fortunate is he has that very distinctive gray backpack on. So we see him on one video clip walking, and then another source of video, him riding that bike. So we don't have video or witness confirmation on how he obtained that bike. A cell phone was recovered. We will confirm that later on down if we, do our forensic examination.
Thank you, everyone. This concludes our press conference. Thank you for your time and attention.
Fox 5 has.
How are you, Fred?
Fox 5 has confirmed. Fox 5 has confirmed that it's you.
Okay, so this is what we know so far. So she set this up for you to figure out what this is right in New York City where this all went down. We have an American CEO who's in town for some meetings, okay? He walks over here in Midtown Manhattan. Goes right in. And right in. What is this effective? What? 46. We're just a couple blocks up. We're just a couple blocks from Times Square. We're just a couple blocks from everything.
Hey.
Look at you. Yeah, right.
Yep. All right, on my on cam, the roll cue is going to be after I say the Hilton Hotel. I'm doing my intro. The press conference by, then we're doing, there's a VO right after that's all covered. Okay, 7:12 a.m. before the SOT. Then in the second VO, prior to the shooting, is the next. Roll the witness SOTs.
Can you guys hear me in the control room? If you don't need me, I can just cut out. Hello.
But are we rolling this security or the video, the blurred footage in the beginning in my first VO? That's like some of it's on camera.
The shooting actually happened down here in the side.
Can you guys hear me? Okay, thank you. Is there anyone that can talk to me in the control room? Do you guys have minutes? So just for you guys.
Bianca, Fox 5 has confirmed that 50-year-old CEO of UnitedHealthcare's insurance division, Brian Thompson, was gunned down here outside of the Hilton Hotel in Midtown around 6:46 this morning in what police say was a targeted attack. Now, authorities say the 50-year-old was shot in the back and leg and transported to Mount Sinai West in critical condition, where he was pronounced dead at 7:12 a.m. this morning.
The shooting was captured on camera. Sources tell us that is the shooter wearing a black coat. Yeah, when I saw here's the shooting was captured on camera. Well, the investigation is still ongoing, but it was a lot more information than we kind of expected there from the NYPD. But the main point of having that press conference here was because they wanted to try to calm everybody down, because we said there's a tree lighting happening a couple blocks from where I am right now over at Rockefeller Center in a few hours. So really the reason the NYPD came out that quickly with that much information is to let people know, hey, this was not a random incident, okay? They say this was a targeted attack from NYPD sources here on the ground in New York City. I'm being told that this was a hit job on this American CEO who just traveled in not too long ago on Monday into the Big Apple because, hey, he had some business meetings. It was supposed to go on this morning, 6:45 a.m. He walks right over here. Okay, let's show you where this all happened. Show you. You can see the crime scene tape and then also Hilton there on your left. Okay, so I'm going to lay this out. This guy is walking up to the Hilton this morning and going for business meetings. He's actually staying in your car.
NYPD releasing these still photos of the suspect. The first frame showing him riding away on a bike, and the second frame showing him actually firing his gun at the suspect. The hunt for this suspect continues, but he's described as about 6 feet tall with a slim build and wearing a backpack. He ran through the Ziegfeld alleyway as he escaped and then hopped on that electric bike. We did hear exclusively from a few witnesses this morning who told us that it appeared that the suspect was waiting outside of the hotel earlier prior to the shooting, as authorities said during that press conference.
Shareholder conference happening right here at the Hilton Hotel. That conference has now been canceled, understandably, as UnitedHealthcare grapples with shot news. I want to show you this right behind me. Right over to Central Park. There's under the NYPD officer Hugh Harris talking about how they have these drones and a lot of activities that they have going on too in Central Park. So they might be able to figure out exactly where he went. At this point, though, that's all they know about the suspect is that it was not a random attack. It was targeted. They don't know exactly where he was staying, but as soon as he spotted this CEO coming at 50
Again, new photos released by authorities showing still photos of the suspect. They're calling on the public to help locate this suspect, who again fled the scene on an electric bike towards Central Park this morning. As you can see, Midtown. But again, if anyone has any information, police are asking them to contact Crime Stoppers. There's a $10,000 reward being offered, guys.
Show you behind me what's going on, but that was one of the questions they asked. Like, who did you come to New York with? Was he here alone? What kind of business was he here for? Why did you show up at 6:45? Was it early? Was he here to meet someone? He was just there to kind of set things up, we're told. You know, the business meeting probably started around 7:30 here at Hilton. One of the officers said, so he was just getting here a little bit early to be prepared. He had a huge job at this healthcare company. He was one of the, people who was really towards the top. He had a lot of people reporting to him, and he said they were meeting with them here. So now his family's trying to figure out exactly what went down and why somebody kind of done here in Midtown Manhattan shot this guy twice. Once right in the back. They did try to perform CPR, you guys, right on him as he was part of the building, but he wasn't being taken. So as this all develops, the NYPD is telling everybody, hey, don't be afraid for your safety because we have this under control, but there is an active and ongoing manhunt. So take that as you wish.
here. As you know, around 6:30 this morning, Jessica Midtown Manhattan. We also are learning that about at London, they have actually been blocking their way for painting the studio of Brian Thompson would walk through and then gunning him down as he enters that door. The shooter has fired several shots at close range, taking off through an alleyway just on the other side of the street here, jumping on the bike, pedaling away. Our learning is that bikes didn't have GPS capability, so obviously we're using technology to sort through that as well as track them down. But again, we know that UnitedHealthcare CEO was preparing for a big investigation before all of this broke out. We know that he was a Minnesota resident in UnitedHealth, the overarching company that worked on his death as well. As Hilton pointed out, his sister-in-law spoke to BBC News on 3 phone calls as we were at the station, still laying that out as well. But all resources are being thrown at the shooting. Again, this is a high-profile individual that we know did not necessarily have security this morning when all of this broke out. I want to point out a few things. Shelter cases found along with 2 rounds and 9 millimeter or places the gun appeared to jam the moment cleared the jam. The suspects was seen shooting again just off in the alley. Again, all resources been thrown at the shooting. A very active scene. You can see that basically the entire half of this hotel here is to investigate.
We're gonna have a reporter. We have a tiny spot. We're gonna have a reporter here. There's really not much room for you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I know. But I remember you. I remember you. You look the same. You haven't changed. You haven't changed. Take a shot of that. Thank you. Thank you. Huh? Yeah. Oh, come on. It's New York. It's like you can't take anything for well, we're not. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Sorry, I'm like, no, of course I hear it. Oh. Like they're stumbling upon this crime scene. They are in shock hearing the news that 50-year-old Brian Thompson, CEO of UnitedHealthcare Group, the country's largest private health insurer, was gunned down here in the heart of Midtown. Move out of the way. So we got that was going on right behind me. Still on the scene outside the Hilton hotel, where the company is supposed to be hosting its annual investor conference. This is done in waiting for the CEO
you know, Adam, and sure enough, one of those cameras captures the shooter who's taking a look. The shooter seen here firing at Thompson, shooting him in the back just before 7 a.m. this morning on West 4th Street, 6th and 7th Avenue. A person working at a nearby restaurant said the shooter was wearing a mask to make him nervous as he liked to make his decisions by detectives and like from UnitedHealthcare Group saying Brian was a highly respected colleague and friend to all who worked with him. We are working closely here in the New York Police Department and ask for your patience and understanding during this difficult time. We know that authorities in Minnesota, they are working with the NYPD, interviewing Thompson's family and friends, going through social media to find out if Brian Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare Group, had any role in this. Again, search is currently underway for this gun. Colorado, News 41. Yeah, but you'll be on the bridge then. You want to give a turn? Yeah, but no one's talking to me. Now I can, but I couldn't say anything before. I was just going to say you want to hear it. I don't know. If you want to, I don't know. I can. No, not the missionary CEO. I like the guy who explained everything about what happened. Like how he said the guy walked right up behind him, he shot him in the, yeah. Shot him. Kinda. Can you speak up a little bit? Okay. People students, private people. There's different pictures of the shooter, or like I can't see any of this because I'm out there, so I don't know. I didn't cut it. Okay. And did you guys have the victim's photo too? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so this is what I would like to do then. I'd like to just do on camera, show the whatever the best thing is of the suspect, whatever he got, and then go to the victim's picture, the CEO's photo, and then just back on camera. We can just kind of show this like live behind me. And then Tyler, right after this, I'm here for council business. Basically, yeah, but maybe because we'll be live here too, maybe we should. Oh, he's right there. No, I'm not going to stay there because there's no room over here right now. But what about when I'm doing live shots and I toss a bite? Is it going to look exactly the same?
You step to the side and you step up. I mean, it's background lighting or this.
Okay. Okay. But don't bring the actors.
That's for one.
Yeah. No, I don't have to even use it for the one. I'll whatever I'll use. Just give me ahead of time that I can use them at 3. I can use it whatever. Yeah. Okay. Can you text her to pull 2 bites and then we can decide which is the best one? I just want what if it's too much like, you know,
Well, this is a story that has dominated business headlines around the country. The CEO of the country's private largest health insurer, UnitedHealth Group, gunned down here in the heart of Midtown Manhattan. 50-year-old Brian Thompson of Beaver Grove, Minnesota, gunned down outside of the Hilton Hotel. I'm going to move out of the way so you guys can take a better look at the investigation underway. NYPD detectives outside of the Hilton Hotel searching for evidence. Now, police are telling us this was a targeted attack. Crime scene tape has this portion of Midtown blocked off. Again, sources tell us that this is the shooter wearing a black coat. He appears to be waiting outside of the hotel. 50-year-old Brian Thompson will step out. You're firing at Thompson, shooting him in the back just before 7 a.m. this morning. He walks away to the Rockefeller Center and radio stations involved. A person who works at a nearby restaurant said the shooter was wearing a mask and appeared to look nervous as he biked away from the scene. Police say Thompson arrived in New York City on Monday and did not appear to have time to secure the vehicle. That's what she said. Orders on the man with gun. Okay. 3, 2. Okay, how far are we? Got 2 and 1. Now, Thompson lived in Maple Grove, Minnesota. That is a suburb of the Twin Cities. He arrived here in New York City on Monday, here to attend the company's investor conference, which has now been canceled, understandably, as the company grapples with the shocking loss. Here, the Minnesota authorities are interviewing Thompson's family and friends, as well as NYPD authorities searching through social media to find out if he had any known enemies. That's the latest here from Midtown Manhattan, Colorado. Hey, Keith. NBC News. Like 4 minutes. It's the same type of thing, Tyler. Just kind of like around.
Paso. I know, I see you. I see you.
cameras are over at the Fox News and Fox Business headquarters. This is what all unfolded around 6:45 this morning. Okay, you can see that crime scene tape. So this guy, 50 years old, walking over that Hilton there behind me for a business meeting. That's why he left Minneapolis just the other day on Monday and came to Big Apple for business meetings. Then somebody walks up right behind him, pulls out a gun that, according to some video clips I just saw here on the ground, looked like this guy had a silencer, okay, on the gun, puts it right up to his back and fires, not once, but twice. Once in the back and then shoots him in the leg when he was already dead. I'm going to move out of the way. You can have to see what's going on here. You can see the NYPD crime scene unit. That's right there in front. They pulled that in just a short time ago, trying to piece through the evidence they do have. That includes these surveillance videos that we want to pull up on your screen that shows who investigators are looking for, because there is an all-out manhunt right now in New York City. They believe this guy was spotted on a bicycle with that background on. Fires those shots, kills the businessman, and then takes off and goes to Central Park. So that's where they're trying to look for him right now. That bike also is a city bike. I don't know if you're too familiar with those people watching at home, but it's a city bike that you got to put your credit card information in order to rent. Okay, so you have to put in some type of information in order to take it out of the dock. So they're working with the company NYPD to figure out who rented that bike earlier this morning and then used it as a getaway after this targeted murder. Back out here live, we can tell you another look at the scene. We want to show you how it's all developing. This is what the police are telling us, that they had to block this off the crime scene tape because right there where those valet and loading signs are, Neil, is where this man fell after he was shot by the suspect. And I want to pull up his picture as well. So his wife actually is telling us that Thompson, the CEO of UnitedHealthcare, had been receiving threats in recent days, according to various reports. I just tried to call her again to try to get some of that information too on what those threats were. But he was coming here for this UnitedHealthcare meeting. These masked gunmen pulled out the guns to kill him. So it's really a sad day right before Christmas for his poor family waking up to this news. A short time ago, Neil, when I talked to the NYPD, they were kind of not giving up too many details, didn't want to confirm too much about him because his family in Minneapolis hadn't even been notified yet. And then one last thing to wrap it up here. So this is happening as we're going to see millions of people just a couple blocks from where I am right now in Midtown going to the Rockefeller tree lighting. So it's going to be jammed down here, but the police are trying to calm people's fears because people are on edge wondering what is going on, as there's a manhunt here, but they're saying the tree lighting is going to go on. So we'll see what happens. So at this time, the NYPD didn't say who he was traveling with or if he had any security, but I was looking at this surveillance video just a short time ago, and he was by himself. He was dressed in a bluish suit, and he was just walking up. No one was with him. There was like somebody that they want to talk to, they say is a witness, who just happened to be standing out in front of the Hilton too, but he was by himself in the morning. So he was staying nearby, and he walked right over. Who was staying with him in the hotel, they haven't said yet either. Thanks for waiting, sorry. I'll use this like a special.
Okay.
It's fine. Okay. So yeah, off me on the, like once he answers, you get off me.
Okay.
Like, when I'm asking a question.
I got you.
All right. I know I keep telling you.
Okay, yeah. It's all right.
I'm like, now do this.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Great, we're set. Good? Yep. Okay. Well, just so I know it, but just so we have it for later, tell me your first, last name, and your title.
Sure. City Council Member Keith Powers, representing District 4.
Okay. And this is pretty close to your district.
This is on the border, in my district on the border. But obviously here in Midtown, which covers a number of districts that cover this area. But we all should be concerned about something that happens right here in the middle of Midtown Manhattan, whether it's your district or not. My district or somebody else's district, but right here on the border.
Well, So one of the things about your district specifically, right, when you're I'm sure dealing with other crimes and other investigations, there couldn't be more cameras, right, in Midtown and some of these areas. They do have some good surveillance video. Are you hoping they're going to catch this guy?
I'm confident we're going to catch this guy. We have a description out there. It sounds like they have some personal identifying information that can help track him down. We need to know what the motive is. It sounds like there might have been threats out there prior to this, but we have the best police department in the world. I'm confident they're going to find him, and in Midtown we have plenty of surveillance. So I'm confident we're going to get there, but obviously New Yorkers want to know what's going to happen really quickly.
Well, and so this is also happening as we've got that tree lighting going on. This is the busiest time to be in New York City, really, in the entire season, around Christmas and the holidays. So for people that are on edge, whether they're your residents or not, what would you tell them?
Well, first of all, the tree lighting seems to be happening today, so it's going to continue to go on. This is a safe place. New York is a safe place. We have the Greystone Police Department, and we're going to catch this guy. Seems like it was a targeted attack. It wasn't a random attack that happened on the street. But rightfully, people are concerned about the safety, so I want to make sure people know that our police are going to catch this guy. We have a description. We're going to get him, and he's going to spend a lot of time in prison after he does this. But for people that work in this area, we want to make sure they know it's safe. There will likely be heightened safety and security measures here in the meantime, and we're going to continue to celebrate the holiday tonight with the tree lighting, but hopefully we'll have enough security there to make sure people feel safe in that environment.
Looking back at so there's been some surveillance clips that have surfaced, and the police are combing through everything they can, but to see and know that this guy walks right up with a silencer in Midtown, shoots this guy in the back, and then shoots him again when he's on the ground, I mean, how shocking do you think that video is going to be to people?
Shocking. No matter whether it's random or in this case it's targeted, to walking out of a hotel, probably going to get a cup of coffee or do something in your ordinary life, and if somebody roll up on you like that is horrifying. It's always a message to people in positions of power that they have to be safe and secure, but we have to keep them safe and secure in the city and make sure that they're not put at risk. But for anyone to watch that video, it's going to be a scary sight to see someone just casually walking down the streets and have somebody roll up on them.
Well, and you do a lot in your area specifically. You have kind of Midtown and these busy areas with shops and all that too. You want people to feel safe because you guys want people to come to New York. People did say that they felt pretty safe when they come in and they visit, compared to some other big cities. But with videos like this and headlines like this might make people think differently, right, about coming here for business?
Well, during the holiday season, we want to make sure everyone feels safe, and they are safe. I want to make sure they know that, and we have a great police department. We have great safety measures in place. We have great surveillance. We'll catch this guy. But yes, we want to make sure we can instill confidence in people that during the holiday season they should be here, come enjoy what New York City has to offer, and they have to feel safe when they do that, whether it's today or any other day of the calendar year.
And then are you going to keep in touch? You have good relationships with the police, so what are you going to do next as this kind of continues?
Sure, we're staying in touch with NYPD to make sure any information that we can share with the public is shared, whether it's a description or other information. We want to reassure people that measures are being taken in place to apprehend this guy, and that we're on the path to doing that. That we have surveillance and other measures in place that will help do that. And of course that life here in Midtown is safe, and we're going to make sure that we keep people safe in the next couple of days and weeks.
That was great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. And then apparently the mayor is doing, or the PD said they're doing a press conference in like a little bit.
Oh, another one?
Well, I don't know, they said, I think about Roxanne. Yeah.
I think. Also, I did get that video.
Also, yeah. I think they probably are going to catch the guy very quickly.
I think so.
Yeah. But I think I just asked about the tree thing.
Yeah.
And they said at 1:30 or 2:30. I think I understood it to mean that they're doing a
separate, like a thing about.
I think an update
yeah.
just to say that we're still doing it. That's the way I understood it.
All these people that are in town are like, what is going on?
Yeah, it's like that. I mean, also like they had a conference going on here at City Council, so anybody who works for the company is probably they're in here. Yeah.
So he was staying when they said the hotel across the street. I'm like, what? He was going there for his like.
Oh, he was just coming here for the actual conference.
Yeah. Well, he was like crossed. Yeah.
I just think it was 7 a.m. right?
Yeah.
So he was either like going to the conference early, or he was like maybe going back to something.
So he used to have pictures. There was a pill. But I'm like, was that had anything to do with it? Yeah, there was like medicine. I was like,
were his or the other guy?
I don't know. That's what he did. He just wasn't getting covered. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what goes through all these people's heads. But that guy looked, like from that video, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, that guy was clearly planned, clearly waiting for it. I mean, I would say though, like this is maybe a weird. We're talking like a person who's obviously not well, but like, how do you know the guy's gonna walk out like this way? Yeah. Is he going in then, or was he? Oh, he's going in now. Oh, yeah. So did I. So did I. Oh, I see. Yeah. Did it? Yeah. They turn around. It's like, yeah. No, he was actually. Oh, okay. So this guy was just waiting to show them. Okay.
And I'm sure they know about, they knew about this. It's interesting. They were looking up to try to find like if this was a location for that big meeting, and I guess it's scrubbed off. Like they didn't have it on any of the places because of this.
Yeah.
Because people probably get something.
I mean, and you just think if I mean, you never know, but like obviously, if he was staying at this hotel, different circumstances, he goes to different instrument. It's like this guy's just like standing there waiting at the entrance. This is the first day. Do you think this is the first day?
I think he came in. He flew in on Monday, so I guess they were prepped for it yesterday, and then was supposed to happen today.
Jesus.
I don't know, but it's really sad. Those are usually Wednesday. Well, where are you guys going now? To the
Figure it out. I think I'm doing CNN maybe tonight.
Oh, good.
And then New York. I go to New York for
Well,
one.
if you ever, and I know we've talked a bunch of times about wanting to talk about stories and stuff, but I was doing campaign stuff and now I'm back in New York. So
we have
I'd love
stuff.
to do stories with you guys. Yeah, I do. Yeah. No, I don't have them with me ever anyway. So yeah. 864. Okay. Sorry. 49.
So you're happy to be done with the campaign stuff? Because you're out and about.
It was like, I was fine. Like, there was the big stories to cover, so I like, if I'm going to work, I'd rather be on the big stories. Tell me your first name one more time. But now that I'm back around, plus like all this stuff going on with, and I'm just wondering like what's going to happen, because the mayor, said yesterday.
What he's doing.
Cancel
Maybe
me.
trying
He's going to get crazy. I feel like he's going to be on Hannity any day now.
I mean, I just think it's like you can just see the path. It's like he's gonna start being a talking head. He's gonna start.
Yeah. I mean, they know how to play them.
Yes, Billy Bill Maher. Yeah.
What was up? Bill Maher says he's gonna quit his show.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
So he better hurry up.
And then Ricky Torres, my
yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
I don't know how it is.
I know Ricky really well because I was in the council with him, friends. But I can't tell if it's just like he's been, he's like really moved to the center or whatever, and he's like hammering away on things. And I don't know if this is just like another step in that process, or it's really about I want to run for something and dial something up. I think governor is something he's looking at. It seems like he's looking at. I have to call him. No. Well, people are also, I think, actually afraid that like something like Michael Mueller is going to come in and actually give a real conference on it based on those.
I know, and it wasn't supposed to be that close, right?
No.
He's even EPA.
Yeah. So I think Richie's reading the same.
What teams are you reading? What are you going to run for? Anything else?
Yeah, I'm running for president.
Yeah, I do know that.
Yeah. And then after that, we'll see. No, it's having a time.
Good. Well, great to talk to you.
Yeah, you too.
And I'll let you know what
We'll
time
keep you
this goes
posted.
on and stuff. Maybe we'll get it on at 3. I can always send you a link.
Yeah, because that'd be awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you
you.
again very much. Bye. Yes, 1 o'clock. I'll be right back.
Hi, I can. Hi. Oh, wait. Can you hear me now? Okay. Okay, great. Who are the anchors that I'm going to be talking to? Okay, yeah, a good follow-up might be about the Rockefeller Christmas tree lighting is tonight, and that's a couple blocks away, and it's still going to happen as planned despite the suspect being on the loose. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100%.
Do you have me? Me? Here is...
I think I'm on right at 1, because it looks like between 1 and 1:10 is the time that's blocked out.
It's like, so he was here as the prime minister.
Yes, can you hear me? Awesome. So, the chief executive of UnitedHealthcare was the nation source.
Yeah, I talked to them. CEO of UnitedHealthcare's insurance division gunned down this morning.
Video of 2 minutes.
So when I do this,
I don't know if I can. Yes, can you hear me?
The intro, the on-camera intro, we just made it a little bit shorter. So when I say he was gunned, it's literally one sentence. I'm gonna say he was gunned down right behind me. I might step out of the shot, okay? Yeah, and then we're gonna go right into Assad. So, yeah, okay.
What do you want to do after the song? You want to be framed up?
Yeah, I'll be framed up because I'm gonna do a VO, Assad. Okay.
Copy. And then in terms of,
thank you.
Do you have any other? I don't know if they give you any other like elements or whatever video. I just wanted to show the surveillance pictures, and then I wanted to show the CEO's photo. And then we have 2 live cameras. Copy. We got my cam that will show that I'll step off, and then we've got Neil's, which is 8.6.
Which way are you going to step? Here?
Left.
That way or...
CEO of UnitedHealthcare's insurance division gunned down this morning right behind me. Hi. Okay.
dramatic surveillance photos showing him on the suspect.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep mine loose then too. Well, loose-ish.
All right, so we've got some dramatic surveillance photos that show how the suspect points the gun at UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Surveillance photos from outside this Midtown hotel. Okay, so Brian Thompson,
CEO of UnitedHealthcare's insurance division, gunned down right behind here. We'll try to